Well, salutations everybody, what's a crack-a-lackin'? Another day, another dollar, another stream to sink your teeth into. It's been about 2 weeks since we've come back into Shin Megami Tensei V Conquest of Creation. And the main reason for that is, as I'm sure those of you who have been in the chat for quite a substantial long time know, is unfortunately, when it comes down to Conquest of Creation Shin Megami Tensei V, we are in a bit of a conundrum. We are in a bit of a situation. We are in an interesting place now at the moment. For you see, we have checked all of the map. We have gotten all of the Minimen. And the one area that is currently blocked off, is still blocked off. So Senior Duck, Senior Benekage, what does this mean that the Craic has to do? Considering there isn't anything else to do on this map and all of the other maps are currently filled out, do you know what we have to do? My lord, guys, I apologize for making you feel like this. But it is indeed true. The Craic has to do the plot. Senior Benny, what's a crack-a-lackin'? How is your Thursday treating you? Senior Walt, what's a crack-a-lackin'? How is life treating you? We have the gents and the scholars coming in to the chat earlier on. Walt back from his wedding, where he showcased an image of the rushed trousers fitting him beautifully. How are you doing, my friend? I hope that you're treating yourself grand and deliciously. I hope it's all going good and sound. You've come in whilst we enter back into the world of Shin Megami Tensei V Apocalypse. And we're going on to the actual plot itself. We spent a good 2.5 hours the last time beating the enemy that one-shot us on 4 occasions. And now we're going back into the real world to see how the plot continues to treat us. But yes, if you can do, my friends, please do give Senior Benekage a follow. And we'll end up sending it out for Senior Walt as well in a minute after that follow ends up going through. Benekage, a gent and a scholar, an American streamer of epic proportions whose clip, if it appears, will probably be that of Counter-Strike. Interesting that it hasn't popped up first, but hey, maybe it'll pop up later on. But genuinely is doing Football Manager, Action, Tynaman, and a plethora of other elements. I believe he's still playing Dead or Alive every now and again as well. But an absolute gent and a scholar whenever you end up getting in there. And Senior Walt today, who we will give a shout out to now, ended up having an entirely chat stream, which to be honest was awesome to end up listening to in the periods of time from which I was able to do so. So please do give him a follow as well. A gent and a scholar and a fantastic individual.
Thank you for the check-in. I can't do that, man.
You can do it, Walt. That's Quitter's talk.
Sake. Hands on my knees? What do you mean? Like, what?
Oh my god.
What the fuck is what is that?
Okay, Walt.
Right.
I wasn't expecting your clip to be a twerk. Johnson and Johnson will be happy individuals, Senior Walt. Oh, but you know, that's enough of me delaying the inevitable, delaying going to the plot. So I suppose we'll start things off as we mean to continue on with the plot of Shin Megami Tensei V Apocalypse Conquest of Creation.
Good work, everyone. Let's go report in.
Yeah. I know I complain about it every time these two Muppets show up, but like genuinely speaking, they have done absolutely nothing so far.
Speaking of which,
And it is funny that I know we're not the Nahobino right now. We're just regularly back to our own individual, but like we move so much slower. But we should just come up here, and it should be here, yep, that we go to for eliminate Lamu, which has been successfully done. A whack of Maka, happy out. Elgor gets a level up, which is unfortunate because Restore is in no way useful to us. Slightly MP recover when strikes are hitting with a critical weakness. I mean, he's high crit chance, but it's still not worth it.
Her death is indeed tragic, and certainly a setback for Bethel.
Why?
Mourn the loss of their saint.
Oh yes, I forgot that she ended up passing away.
Ah, yes.
For now, anyway.
The student whom Lamu targeted. Another regrettable tragedy.
that reminds me. Right at the bitter end, Lamu mentioned not only that, but he wanted to become a Nahobino.
Yes, perhaps the time is...
Oh, so we're finally finding out what we were.
The gods were gifted with both eternal life and the knowledge of good and evil. In those days, they were known as Nahobino.
I wonder if that technically means if the Demi-Fiend is an Nahobino.
However, the creator ordered the forfeiture of Nahobino's knowledge. Thenceforth, they regressed into demons. Lamu is one such demon. It is likely he intended to reclaim his knowledge and assert power as a Nahobino once.
Interesting.
But what does any of that
I wonder if that means the need to have a human in order to become one.
The creator sealed the demon's knowledge within the Garden of Paradise. But then came a serpent who tempted the garden's inhabitants to eat.
This is
of the
literally
fruits
just the Adam and Eve
thus
story.
consume. From then on, that knowledge was bound to the human soul and is still passed down throughout the generations.
Yeah, this is literally just Adam and Eve.
Conclude Itsukishima had inherited.
Does this mean that the knowledge of all those lost gods is flowing?
It is very well possible.
It's a very weird way of saying that too.
Yearn to reclaim what was lost, and so seek human souls. Yet the union of man and demon remains prohibited.
Why is that?
Because those who bear knowledge, namely a Nahobino, pose a threat to God's established order. Specifically, they have the potential to recreate the world.
Which begs the question, why were we able to be med one so easily?
So, if I have this right,
There's a lot of things about this story I don't particularly like. Like, I like an awful lot of the aesthetical viewpoints of Shin Megami Tensei V, but this story is not great. Maybe they do the Conquest of Vengeance better.
wouldn't that mean his existence?
I would like to explore. Alas, the day has grown late. We'll save it for another time.
Understood.
Hey, Atsuta? Both of you. You guys down to meet me on the roof
Oh,
later?
I love when it avoids your actual name because you have no way of actually stating it. Don't make me... Oh, he's making me find the roof. Hopefully this doesn't become hard and the mini map or the world map actually shows me where he is. I assume he's at the school. Which would mean I assume he's here. And he's on the roof of the school. Nope. Okay, so he's not on the school. Is he at the dorms? Yes, okay. What a waste to go over a world map that literally done nothing
so
there.
I don't really get all that knowledge or recreating the world stuff. All I care about is what we could have done different. To save Itsukishima. You're the smart guy here. What do you...
We might have been able to step in had we known about her situation earlier. Ultimately, Lamu preyed on her fears and took advantage of her pain. at that point. The whole reason I had the demon summoning program was to prevent something like this. Yet in the end, I was powerless.
I mean, you can't really choose what other people do. You can't really stop them from making their decisions.
You're amazing, Atsuta. Tough as nails, too.
I'm sorry?
Look, even I know how much work it takes to walk the right path. Not to mention strength. That's why I want to be strong, like you.
It's the first time I've noticed, too, that this coward is covered in bloody spots on his face, too. It's the first time I've actually noticed that.
No one else will have to suffer like this again. So let's move forward. That way.
You're right, Dazai. And you know what?
So, what do you make of their conversation?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's not wrong. You could always use more strength. There's never going to be a situation in life where you're not going to end up needing more strength. If you think you've hit perfection or think you've hit the goal of where you want to be, it means that you're going to stagnate and fall back behind, so you're always going to need more strength.
But don't forget, you have the proto-fiend of Bethel at your disposal. I will, regardless of what goals you may have, I will see to it that they are fulfilled. This I swear.
I still have no idea why you're so loyal, but fine.
Good morning, everyone. We've just received word from Bethel's inner council. It falls to you did
Okay.
us great service in destroying Lamu. However, our superiors are taking the demonic incursion to leave such audacity unpunished would only invite further demonic offense. They aim to hit the forces of chaos with
You're going to go on the offense, aren't you?
They want a full-on assault.
more specifically, an attack driven by our finest
Yep.
agents from across Bethel's international reach. That said,
Are you ever really the good guy when you start the fight?
What?
the last operation took quite a toll on our forces. Enough that we now have to rely on, no offense meant. To put it bluntly, HQ has judged our
It's true that we should be on the front lines in the fight against chaos. Tokyo,
Yeah,
frankly, so do I. Which is why our current plan is to join the operation.
Okay, fair enough.
Orders, or lack thereof.
Awesome!
You and Dazai, your assignment is to cover the Tokyo Diet Building in the Netherworld. There's an underground passage nearby, connected to Chuo City. You will infiltrate by way of that passage and defeat the Demon King.
Ooh, that's interesting. Who would the Demon King be in this case?
Yes, sir.
We're not far enough into the game for it to be any meaty boys from the Shin Megami Tensei universe. So who would it be? If I was a betting man, I'd say someone like Loki or Thor.
Yuzuru Atsuta, I have something a little different in mind for you.
But I genuinely have no idea who it could be, unless they're bringing in a brand new demon again to be the Demon King.
Let's give it all we've got.
Because, like, in general, the Demon King would probably
Consider
be
yourself deployed. Head to
Dogda, maybe? So, who would they put down as the Demon King? Oh, I'm happy to send the love, Senior Walt. You deserve it.
Look out for your
Genuinely, man. Your streams are awesome. And anyone that can, go and give Walt a follow. A gent, a scholar, fantastic. Talks to as many people as he can do. I love trying to send the love back.
To say when we received our current mission.
Why? I didn't get a chance in the matter. I mean, this is funny because honestly, I don't think Bethel are in the right here. Because, yes, the demons ended up having an attack and we stopped the demons. And you can't really stay on the defense, but I don't think it's right to go on the offense either. So I think it's just one of those cases. If you don't, I didn't really get a choice in the matter. They just decided that they're going to do it, so stick with what's being done and just continue on.
No, there's no need for you to ever hold back your thoughts from me. With that said,
Cool. So, oh, the cadaver has new abilities now too. That's going to be nice. What do we have that's new? Spirit Drain. MP Drain. Okay, that's interesting. Prevents enemies from fleeing in the field and increases the consecutive battles until the new moon. That would be useful only if you were Magatama farming. Otherwise, there's nothing else particularly useful there. And the same here. We have a recarm. So we basically now have a 6,000 essence purchase of recarm, which is useful because the ability to, and we have charge too, so that's nice. So we have a free purchase of, well, we have a cheap purchase of charge and a cheap purchase of recarm, so that's nice. We can't purchase Jackio Aglio, but we have the two main skills that we want there, and that we don't have Concentrate coming yet. We do have Taunt though, so that means if we need to when we go up against the next fiends, we can take that. So, move to the Tokyo Diet building.
Hey!
Heard about you from director Kazumushi. Here you can do the virtual trainer to challenge yourself by recreating battles against powerful enemies you fought. Interesting. Okay. I don't know how strong we are for this. Defeat in these battles will result in a game over. It is recommended to save before attempting them. Okay. Then in that case, we will do a save. And this probably actually is my strongest team as well. Maybe replace Parvati with Daisojo and go with this, and that's probably the strongest team to do a consecutive battle. Ooh, okay. Okay, well, we're not at all ready for level 100. So we might try 100 later on, but we're not at all ready for it yet, unfortunately. Although it is Hydra, so. That means, in theory, we probably needed to get... yeah, poison resistance. It didn't say there that it reflects... Oh, it does. That is a deflect. Okay, fair enough. So we need to change Jack for who? Not you. Not you. Not you. No. 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 Yeah, probably Quincelotl. As at least Quincelotl has the wind. I know it isn't strong, and bringing on King probably was the best move there. But still. So that'll do an okay amount of damage. And then Preach hopefully should work. Oh, good. We've charmed. So that means he might actually hit himself. We can charge ourselves. We can pass with Quincelotl and do the Jack again to lower down the defense a bit more. At Charm, he's going to hit me, which is actually the good one, and he's gathering Magasuchi now, so yeah, just guard. I actually love this design of the Hydra, by the way. Where it kind of just comes out like branches. It's not all connected to the one simul branch. There's bits coming out of extra areas of it. It actually is a beautiful design for the Hydra. Saganagi, which does a nice whack of his damage. Then Wind for the crit. Another Jack to keep up the weakness. There goes half of his body. Then Mediation to get back a tiny bit of your MP, even though we don't really need to worry about it yet. And we'll charge again. Oh, we got the critical on it. Nice. Quincelotl getting 2 criticals in a row. Nice. Frenzy. I wonder if he only does frenzy when he's down to that. Oh god, you've critted on every single hit you've done against him, Quincelotl. Okay, so what's our next fight? A Beaumont. Oh, one of the reasons why I didn't want to do the attack there with the Nahabino is I was hoping that the charge would come over with him. Okay, and then... Good. Oh, I attacked the wrong one. We should have killed one of these fucking, one of these, Andras. Yeah, because that would have killed some. You know, stupid crap happens. There's the other one. Nice. And yeah, do this one more time. We have to be careful with Quincelotl's MP. We don't really have a good way of reviving his MP at the moment. What's our last fight? At least I think it said it was only 3 fights. Ah! I adore this design, by the way. I know I said it when we fought Nua, but this is a gorgeous design. Like, I know it looks like a tire track going down the entirety of her, but I love this design. Ooh, okay, so she's semi-resistant to status effects. That's interesting. Nice to know that. I mean, it doesn't matter now if you fail to put them on. Oh, we got Confusion, Terrafu. Confusion is the most dangerous... oh no, it's just Daze. Confusion is the most dangerous skill, in my opinion, because hitting yourself does so much damage. Because as maybe I'm wrong on the calculations. This was the case in Shin Megami Tensei IV. Hitting yourself would cause it to pierce your defenses and just do direct damage to you. I don't know if that's still the case, but... do a heal, I suppose, even though we're in an okay position. Then... yeah, then charge. Oh, we're weak to wind. That's not good against her. Okay, interesting. But we're going to do the Omani critical now, because why not? Done 500, 200, 140, 105, 240, 208, 250. Ooh. Okay. Oh, you don't need to kill her. You only need to get her halfway down. Same as the actual fight. That's interesting. The Virtuous Chaos Parfait. What does that do?
Right?
You could do with that, my friend, but you ain't getting it. With 2 demons of the light chaos alignment, they can do a 3 to 6 heavy attack on mighty move, removes 1 press turn. Fascinating.
Listen closely.
At the entrance of the Diet building, you'll find other researchers who have been dispatched to investigate the Netherworld. You may wish to speak to them. Granted, you've spare time. They would appreciate your assistance. Okay. Interesting.
Hey!
You can do the fight again. Okay. Interesting. I find it very interesting that you can do that. Okay, and now you can't go up there, so let's go out the entrance of the diet building. Which is... Oh no. I'm not doing too bad, Senior Duck. The Craic is treating me grand at the moment. I'd be lying if I said I was in the height of energy today. Which is one of the reasons why I gone for something a bit simple like GTA, like SMT5. But in general, it's all going good. I do have this wonderful joy on my arm for a bit. Because I've actually managed to badly hurt my wrist, and I'm hoping that a bit of solidity on it will end up strengthening it up and we'll all be grand. But other than that, everything is fairly good. Looking forward to the weekend and a bit of Craic there. Hoping that all ends up coming down well. But I don't have anything exciting planned, and we're just going down that way. I will say, interesting that it's 1-1 in the Spurs game, and they have another red card, Mickey Van de Ven getting sent off. That's fascinating to me. And I kind of hope that Palace are able to come back and get the victory in that game. Because as much as it would be a shame for it to happen, I'm kind of more leaning towards wanting Spurs to get relegated now. I've kind of turned tails and changed my mind on it. But what about yourself, Senior Duck? How is the Craic treating you? And let me know if there's any audio issues or anything like that. Like I think everything is good. Everything should be good. The Craic should be 90. Bazuma on for Kolo Muani. Gallagher on for Zuza. Interesting. 2 subs before half time for Tottenham. I still have no time for Strand Larson. I genuinely don't. This is a map we haven't been on before, so this is interesting. Much darker than what we've seen before. And now we get to see what this new spot is like. Ooh, a couple of angels flying by. Ooh, okay. An actual fight between the angels and the demons again. A couple of principalities. Okay. Fascinating. A power has been taken out.
Master Abdiel forbade you all from joining this operation. If you truly wish to reach the castle, you can enter from a place called Tokyo Station. But know this, if you value your lives, you should turn back.
And yet you tell us this.
Too great a threat for you.
I mean, you're dying, so why do you care? But, like, it's interesting that you still tell us. Located to the north of us, however, due to the complex terrain, it would be difficult to go there directly. I suggest we take the longer path around. That's going to be fun, isn't it? We are in Ginza. We have a couple of people who want to talk to us, so... Talk to you, first of all. Get whatever you want to do. Power up.
Wonderful.
Taunt. On you. I mean, you're not the worst person to put taunt on, but nope. And then... What do you want, big man? Are you giving us a new skill, or are you just boasting with young man?
I shall continue to provide support.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. He just gave us a new boost of 3 ability scores, and we just cranked that into strength like always, because strength is a bit busted in this game. And we have a new side quest. Pleasure to hear that you're doing well, Senior Duck. Have you anything exciting planned now for the weekend yourself? Are you doing anything wild and experimental? Are you just keeping her Connie? How is your addiction to FM going? That player you ended up putting into the boasting about your FM save was interesting. Nice to see a good Irish player being spawned if he ends up accepting Ireland. I suspect he won't. More of the same, probably. Yeah, I mean, that's not... There's absolutely nothing wrong with that either. Okay, and then in here... Oh, black! Oh, black! So, black has been... Black is a fascinating demon for me. So, black is an evil Jack Frost. So the whole point of black is that it's a Jack Frost that wanted to be deemed as one of the strongest demons in the world. So in some of the original Shin Megami Tensei games, Black ended up appearing as genuinely one of the strongest demons in the game. In some of the side games, Black becomes a party member and the whole lot with the MCs that end up coming in. Oh, Crystal Palace have scored! Oh, it's 2-1! Strand Larson! For all the bad things I've ever said about Jurgen Strand Larson, he's made it back now. 2-1. Spurs are in the mud, Spurs are in the mud. Oh my god. Anyways, now we get to see how things are going to go when we talk to Black and what he wants us to do. The Emperor of Ginza, but you're not that strong. I've read this manga about human wrote king of something. I don't know how it went. Want to see here the plan. To become emperor, you need wealth. First, loan money to poor demons and cash in on high interest rates. Nice to know that he's still a player. Clone Shark. One problem. Need high-end alcohol from Dionysus. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Dionysus will not be an easy fight. So Dionysus will not be an easy fight. Okay, I didn't know he could fall down there. That's annoying. Okay, cool. And then can we get back up or... No, not yet. Okay. I am not... I'm already not a fan of this map. Okay, can we get back up to where we were at the top? I think we can. I think this should do it. Yes, we're back up at the top here. Cool. And we have a minimum up here that we can collect. I'd like to collect as many of the minimum as we can while we're running around instead of having to come back later on and clean them up to get them. You know, they're handy for the skills and the Nahobino and the whole lot. Cool. Attack mirror. And then here it is. I know! I was saying it there. Hugo Strand Larson. And I am not a fan of Jurgen Strand Larson. And him scoring the goal is interesting. And like it's even worse than that when you look at it, Benny. Because not only is it 2-1 to Palace, it's 2-1 to Palace, and Spurs are down to 10 men. Oh!
What happened?
Okay. I need to build a pop-up for it ain't over till the fat lady sings. West Ham's hope is still alive. Can the capitulation of Spurs continue? Will they get relegated? I said if they lost to Fulham. I said if they lost to Fulham. I mean, to be fair, you ain't won yet. That's pretty much the same thing as the fat lady sings. But I had said if they lost to Fulham, I genuinely could see Spurs getting dragged into the relegation battle and it being a problem for them. Mickey van de Ven too being given a straight red card, which means that both Mickey van de Ven and bloody Christian Romero will be out for at least one game, because Romero will be back from his straight red card after the next game. Is not good for them. Defensively, they were weak anyway. I like Danzio, but he's not a leader in defense. So that's going to be very, very, very interesting to see what ends up happening there. I'm shocked. I'm shocked by this, to be honest. But that's unbelievable. And like, they probably shouldn't have sacked Frank, should they? They genuinely probably shouldn't have sacked Frank. I mean, it's hard not to with the position that they were in, but like at the same point in time, it probably caused them more troubles than it was worth. Yes, and no. Yes and no, I agree with you. Ange didn't deserve to get sacked, especially after winning a trophy for them, and it kind of led to a bit of an infestation of player power. I'll admit that, but at the same point in time, Ange had kind of shot himself in the foot and was shouting too much. You know, he was making too much of a deal and not changing the stance of play that he was going to, and supposedly he wasn't exactly well liked with the back end staff. So, you know, there is all that crap. So there's extras when it comes down to Ange. But I agree with you. I wouldn't have sacked him. The people in the stands look like they've seen a ghost. Well, that's kind of the thing, isn't it? Tottenham Hotspur Stadium is like one of, if not the best stadiums in the world. However, at this point, Tottenham are far better being away from that goddamn stadium, because that stadium is toxic as hell. And I mean, they've done it to themselves, but those fans are so done with their shit. They're so done with their shit. So it's funny. It's really funny to see it. And it couldn't happen to a nicer team, but still. Ooh, a hung pull. I know. Having an 80,000 seat stadium in the championship. Now, my one worry. Akababa. Okay. Okay, interesting. Now, my one worry with that is that it'll be an excuse for clubs to turn around and say we don't need to spend money on going for a more up-to-date stadium. Like, I genuinely believe Newcastle now need to spend on a stadium. I know that means you'll hamper your squad a bit for a bit until you get it, but I think that's something Newcastle need for their overall development. Ironically, I don't think the stadium was something Tottenham needed, but it helped. Do you think so? Because an awful lot of people have turned around and says one of Newcastle's problems is their financial fair play instructions basically put down to the point that they're not making enough commercial revenue. It's not about development, it's about commercial revenue. That's the thing about it. And in the Premier League now, you need a stadium that can be used for external stuff to football as well. You want to be able to put a concert in there. You want to be able to put MMA in there, boxing in there, American football in there, the cricket in there. You want it to be an all-around stadium that ends up doing that. And then you want to sell the rights of the name too, you know? You want to sell the name of it. So, like, they're not going to change the name of St. James's Park because I think the Newcastle fans would shout their living head out. But you want the same thing as what Everton have done with the Hill Dickinson Arena. You want to be able to sell the name of your arena, even if it does make your stadium sound bloody horrible. Like, I think they've said in Newcastle's case, a brand new stadium could almost triple their commercial revenue. There's financial experts who will go into that and explain it significantly better than I, but supposedly that's meant to be one of the big things that they can look into. I'm sure you can also operate the club better for them in order to do it, but when it comes down to Tottenham, it's going to be hilarious watching them in the championship. And I wonder who's going to take the bloody role, because you'd have to think now, after losing 3 in a row, as sad as this statement is, you have to think Tudor probably isn't getting out of the stadium with the interim job anymore. Don't you? Yago Tudor has to be gone. As sad as that is, you'd almost have to think it. Are they separate? But Duck, are they separate when it comes down to the amount you can spend and your financial restrictions? I'm not sure they are. I was 14 points back off San Jose in the Supporters Shield race with 11 to play. If I win at the game in hand, it's down to 8 with 5 to play. It's tight, my friend. It's tight, but you could get it. It's still quite a tight restriction to go for, but I hope you're able to get it. Okay. Critical strike. Daiso just dead. Damn. Okay. Okay, Daisojo died.
Your turn. Go.
That's dangerous.
Think you're so much better than a demon?
But yeah, what do you think your chances are? Are you in a good enough run of form where you think you're going to get the win that you need, Senior Benny? And we've that done there. I think you do this. And if all of them survive, which they should do, we do Umani critical next turn. Concentrate you. Oh, he smacked himself. Beautiful. Okay. Nah, screwed. Guard. Sir Million, my friend, what is a crack-a-lackin'? It has been a pleasure to have you back in. Is it all going good? Is it all going grand? Is it all going delicious? I love the little flower. What is it? No, it's a banana. It's a banana cat, isn't it? Yes, I love the banana cat from Dim Aurora. Unbelievable, unbelievable emotes. I love seeing emotes like that. And actually, let me check. Because I believe it should be working. Yes, okay. So, yeah, your emotes now pop up on the screen for a bit too. So we've added extra incentive for you to put nonsensical horse crap into the chat. Because why not? Why not make my goofy head look worse? Although, I also have done something that will scare the pajamas out of you. Okay? So, by the way, everyone, I warn you. You're going to get a jump scare. You're going to get a jump scare. Okay? You've been warned. You've been warned. You're going to get a jump scare. Oh, well, everyone gets FM'd. Everyone gets FM'd, Sir Million. There's never a point you don't. Sure, I got FM'd versus, Spurs, but I'm going to give you a jump scare now, Million. Are you ready? I don't want you turning around saying that I gave you a heart attack for you not being ready. Benny, you ready? Walter, you're still around. Are you ready? Senior Duck, are you ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1. Oh, God, I'm an ass. Aw, ain't you so kind? You fucking liar. I don't pay for opticians the same way I don't pay for your medical your therapy bills. I'll do one even better for you, Senior Duck. I'll do the Scott Steiner bump. There's a wrestling reference for you. I do not have the arms for that, by the way. Not yet. At some point, maybe they'll be bulky enough for the arms to work for that, but at some point it'll end up getting there. But yes, I suppose. Don't say I never do anything great. Now, I did all that, and dipshit forgot to come over to this scene, but hey. Even at a corner box 1/5 the size of the entirety of the rest of the screen, that's still something to watch, I suppose. Let's see how much damage we do in our mono-criticals. Craic, the master of burying the lead and going straight into the crack. But before I bury the lead any further, okay. The noise reduction is off. The noise gate is off. It's all connected there. You are then connected here to that. Okay. The microphone shouldn't peak, and it's only fair to check that it doesn't, so that we can do this for one Senior Duck. Because every time I play this game, we get at least one in a session where we set ourselves up, we get ourselves ready, we charge and get ready for hopefully a plus 300 damage as we go for a charged in. I think it peaked the microphone, didn't it? Yeah, imagine if it missed, Senior Duck. Imagine if it missed. Yeah, that would have been absolutely hilarious if it missed. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that I've done all of that build-up for an Arumasa and the Arumasa has missed. That has happened to me on a multitude of occasions. Enough that it's actually annoying. Enough that every now and again I go and I do one of these as well. Arumasa! Now, Million, I have the music playing in the background as well as the music on this. I haven't checked out the balancing between the musics because it's coming through a bit odd for me. If it's too quiet, please let me know because I want both musics to at least not sync each other out, but I want that song request to at least be worth the money that it's coming through. So do let me know if it's coming through okay? To be fair, you picked a banger of a song, too. I mean, we don't need to, considering we're doing fine on the Raga, but I think we'll put down his attack. I mean, isn't it bloody fascinating up? It's looking like they're hitting the chance for the championship, isn't it? Now, we were saying it earlier on, they'll have the best stadium in the championship. They'll be the Stoke of the championship. I think Stoke are League One, aren't they? Stoke with their 35,000 seat arena. Stoke City FC. They are... No, they're in the championship. Never mind. Because I know Stoke City at one particular point in time had fallen down the league enough. Because there is, it is Stoke I'm thinking of, or is it another club I'm thinking of that was almost down at national level with a 30 to 35,000 seat arena? Is it Bradford? Let me check Bradford. Why are Luton off to Wembley? Is it Bolton? Yeah, so Bolton Wanderers FC are in League One. Their stadium is the Tough Sheet Community Stadium, which is 28,000 people. Fair enough. Let's check Oldham. Oldham Athletic. Oldham Athletic are in League Two. They're at Boundary Park. Boundary Park is 13,000. I know that's still... like a lot to be in League Two, but at the same point in time, that's nothing. I just know that maybe it's Bolton. I know that there's some team that had gone down quite significantly down the pyramid of English football, but was 100. But their stadium was full the whole time. So I can't remember which one it was. I just remember saying it. Luton. But which tournament is it that they're in? That they're getting to Wembley? Luton. Wembley. It's literally coming up as Luton 2, 6 ways to travel. Oh, okay. Is it just for the Virtu Cup? Okay. I've never heard of it before. I've never heard of the Virtu Cup before. That's interesting. Not skip teams. Okay. Is it only been recently renamed the Virtu Cup? But that's interesting because I do know the trophy you're on about. I just know in FM it used to have an old name because we've done it in FM 24 and I'm almost positive it's a different name. Always been known as the Johnston's Paint Trophy to me. I've seen participation trophies more prestigious. To be fair, at this point, it's probably more prestigious than the FA and Carabao Cup. As sad as that is. Bristol City Motor Cup called on 24. Okay, that makes sense. I think. Renamed every year because sponsors realize how silly an investment it is. Yes, although speaking of sponsors and how interesting it's going to be, because the Premier League aren't thinking at all. The Premier League announced there in the last week that they're getting sponsorship programs set in place for setting up their own streaming service for all of the Premier League games, but specifically in Singapore. And the reason why I say they're not really thinking about that is, and I wish I had. This is where I wish I had a sponsor for a VPN, because genuinely speaking, that's going to rip the arse out of Sky and rip the arse out of the British industrial complex for football. Because if you have one individual spot in Singapore, the amount of people that are going to go on NordVPN or one of those VPNs and just plonk their arse over to Singapore and watch all of the games off of that for a modicumly piss cheap price is going to be bonkers. I mean, well, NordVPN is the one that everyone ends up thinking of, isn't it? Isn't it up? NordVPN or ExpressVPN, or like, I don't actually remember the names of the other ones. Yeah. No, I know. I was saying it before you had started. That's why I was saying. But like, NordVPN is the one that most people know of. I just use the base VPN that comes with Windows 10 at the moment. Windows 11, sorry. So, do I need to bother? I will, just in case.
Your turn. Go.
Just in case we're not able to kill him. Need to be careful which one you use, apparently. Some are owned by certain nations with security concerns. Lad, at this particular point in time, if you use any application in the goddamn world, there's security concerns. My viewpoint when it comes down to security concerns, there's no point being stupid with your security, but your security is already out there. They're already selling your security. You're going to be screwed one way or the other. Like, if you use Discord, your security is already screwed. You know, Discord, one of the leakiest companies ever created in the history of man, you know? So, like, you know, privacy is a thing of the past. You need to kind of get over it, but I understand that there's no point being frivolous with it either. If you get me.
Now I'm mad.
I haven't used one, but the IT friends I know told me to stay clear of those ones. Yeah. So here's the thing. We will see up. I have WWE 2K26 in my library right now, but on my Steam, it's coming up stating coming March 12th. Now, I bought the advanced edition. I spent the 150 quid because I'm a mark. But for some asinine reason, it's not it's not coming up for me. So it's pissing me off a bit. It's like you can see here. It's coming up there as coming March 12th, and not that it's available for me tomorrow. Hopefully, that'll change, and on March 12th, or tomorrow, I'll be able to download it. If tomorrow I'm able to download it, then yes, I'll be playing it tomorrow. Senior King, my friend, what's a crack-a-lackin' with you? A gent, a scholar, fantastic streamer in his own right, playing Resident Evil 9 at the moment and enjoying the horrors of that. Although he's been mentally prepared because he's popped in and watched some of my streams as well. Please give him a follow if you can do. A gent and a scholar. Is there someone you can complain to? Not really, Duck. I have to wait until tomorrow in case it's just an issue of it's not coming up stating that's available early and they don't recognize the pre-order. But I will be sending in a notification to Steam tomorrow if it's not popping up for me. Like, I know there's going to be some people supposedly streaming it tonight. I know Tangent, who is one of the bigger 2K streamers, is streaming it right now. But, like, to be fair, because he's one of the bigger streamers, he's probably been giving it straight away. So, you know. But if it pops in, I will definitely end up getting it. It's just not there yet. Might be because it's the standard edition you get. The bonuses are just extra. Well, no, it does state when you buy the Monday Night War edition. It does state when you buy the big edition that you get it 7 days early. So I have gotten the Monday Night Wars edition, the 150 euro one. It's just, it does state you're meant to get that 7 days early. So we'll see what ends up happening. It just hasn't popped up for me yet. And if it doesn't, I'm going to be pissed, if I'm honest. But we'll see. For now, I'll wait for it. No bother, King. Thank you so much for coming in, and apologies you got hit with ads. You literally hit them at the wrong time. How have you been finding Resident Evil 9, my friend? I hope it's been going well for you. It genuinely seems like a gas crack game to end up playing and the whole lot. Although I've heard people say it's kind of the best of both worlds, masters of none, in that it feels like it has the horror elements of 7 down pat and the action bits of 4 down pat, but they kind of, you know, there's enough of them in between them and the time in between them, and they're short enough in bits of them that they're not playing things off of them, but it would probably be better as a full game of one or the other. What do you think? Demon Proficiency 3, Divine Proficiency 3. Okay, well, we're immediately going and doing that. Okay, so we'll make the Nahabino a lot stronger in a minute when we get to a heal point. Does that not work on Steam? Does lots of people on Xbox just change their location to New Zealand and are playing right now? I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. That's not something I'm aware of. Maybe I think you might need a VPN to do that, if I'm honest. But I honestly haven't a clue, seeing you're up, whether or not that works. I'll admit I'm not in that big of a rush in order to check it. But at the end of the day, I'll just wait until tomorrow and hope that it ends up coming true and hope that I'm able to download it. And then when I download it, it'll be great. Because even if I tried downloading it now, I wouldn't be able to whilst streaming. No bother, my friend. Please enjoy the store. Get whatever delicacies you so desire. And thank you again for popping in. You're a gent and a scholar. And hopefully I'll get to pop into one of your streams in the near future. And make sure your Craic is 90 until then. And again, guys, give King a follow if you haven't been doing so. An absolute gent and a fantastic streamer. Okay, cool. So we have that done there. Cool. Back down here. Avoid the Narcissus. Is it Narcissus or is it Narcissus? When you're talking about a number of narcissists. There's a question for all you intelligent people that know your stuff. The whole punk Roman thing, I don't know. I don't know why they brought up his dad so early in the program. Not much they can top of that. There's plenty they can do on top of that, because Punk doesn't really have a relationship with his family, so they can end up talking about that. The rest of the family can end up coming in. Do not be shocked if Rock ends up coming into it in some way, shape, or form, as much as I don't want that to end up happening. There's still plenty of stuff that can end up happening. Bunch of narcissists. Arsenal Football Club is the correct definition. I didn't want to say. Although, to be honest, at this point, maybe it's better to say that as Spurs. I feel so sorry for anybody that's actually a Spurs supporter.
Welcome to the...
Do you count the championship as the league?
You wish to learn this?
Interesting. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so I should have kept that 200. Okay, so we need to get an awful lot more glory. It's not a bad option, senior duck. Oh, can we give a golden apple? No, I was bloody wondering. 42 to get it done.
Return.
Ooh! Ooh, Walt, if you're still here, oh my god, what a tune. This is Walt's playlist. He ended up giving me off of his stream. This is what a tune. I love that song in general, but this is a really good remix of it. Oh, okay, Dionysus is gonna tell me to attack black. Sorry, Dionysus, but you're. I kind of wish Emil was here so I knew which one was the better one to attack, but it's going to be Dionysus. Are you not? That is quite a serious look in your face. I take it you know that I am Dionysus, the god of war, or the god of wine. Still planning a WrestleMania watch along? No. Unfortunately, I won't be doing a WrestleMania watch along. I suppose you weren't there for it. Give us a second. Yeah, I won't be doing a WrestleMania watch along. So, you know, I'll be enjoying WrestleMania though. Yeah, I got it all purchased and already going to Vegas on the Friday before, so maybe leaving it a bit tight, but screw it, I don't want to take more time off work, and then I'll be in Vegas for a week. So, should be a bit of crack. Should be a bit of crack now. I got both days for 450 quid. Which I don't mind for Vegas. Like, I spent that on... I spent 300 on Clash of the Castle. So I don't mind it too much. Like, I prefer not to spend that much on it, but I don't mind that too much. Oh, you say I was going to go to the one in Italy. The plan is to still go to the one in Italy, senior up, if it isn't bonkersly expensive. Because I've never been to Turin, and it could be interesting seeing what Turin is like. So, we'll see. Well, is Bezos still there, or was he just there for the wedding? We've done a horrible job here. Yeah.
Let's go.
Have to send pics in the Discord of your experience. I plan to. The hope is to get a potential camera that might be nice to have some recordings whilst I'm over there. It depends on how busy it is, to be honest with you. In Paris, when I went to Paris, the line for the mega store was 4 hours. I don't think I'm going to stand for 4 hours. waiting for a megastore. Now, with that being said, considering it's Vegas, the megastore will probably be significantly bigger. So that might change my mind in terms of going for it or how things are going to end up going there. But as things stand right now, the answer to the question is I just don't know. I just don't know if I'll be hitting the megastore. Potentially is the answer to that question. Just make sure you stay safe and don't get... Look. As Benny can contest to, America is in a hotbed of a situation at the moment. It's divided between two social classes, but I refuse to believe America is as bad as people end up stating it is. Maybe it's worse than what I end up thinking. I think in America you almost have to try and get yourself hurt if you want to get hurt. I was in the US 15 years ago. I was in there around Paddy's Day. I enjoyed every minute of it when I was there, and whilst there, they had an affinity and a love for the Irish that is second to none. I cannot begin to state that it's going to be the same now. It would be foolish and piss ignorant of me to say that the Irish are still loved over there as much as they were for the period of time that I was there. But with that being said, I genuinely think so long as if you like, yeah, I genuinely think you have to be looking for trouble in order to find trouble. In most cases, I know there are exceptions to absolutely every rule, but that's my opinion. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just being a pig ignorant dick. I will note too, by the way, we are still... Crystal Palace are still 3-1 up versus Tottenham. So, you know, the wheels are still in motion. Why don't you send me your tickets so I can verify they're real? Nice try. Good toss. I appreciate and respect the gumption. However...
Off is a direction you can fuck.
Watch this.
And I say that with love. 1, 2, go fuck yourself. Oh, the joys of it, the joys of it. How did you do the italics too? That's interesting that it came across. My caster labs is showing up the italics in a different color of the whole lot. Oh, you just do hashtag, fair enough. Or yeah, that's fair enough, that makes sense. Not hashtag, bloody pipe. Cool, yeah, anyway. Frosting to get hit with the charm, okay. We should be winning this. Happy out, happy out. The weird thing when it comes down to Twitch is so much random crap. You never know what's actually on it, so like they have loads of little things on the application that you wouldn't expect as well. Cool.
Wonderful.
Ooh, you got into a that. Nice. Now, we probably need to lose someone before this. With terrifying strength, I can't hope to fail against it. In the end, is the power all that matters? Yes, Dionysus! You wouldn't be getting your wine if you didn't have power. I will say, I'm kind of surprised in Hades 2 that Dionysus wasn't brought back as an actual god. Like, he's there as a sub-god. He's there as a special summon to give you special powers. Like, Dean Henderson's a good goalkeeper. Like, I feel a little sorry for Henderson in a way because, like, he probably is a bit above Palace. He probably is a little above Palace, but not by much. He's probably a top 12 goalkeeper. I mean, we can't really say anything because Aaron Ramsdale yesterday put in a performance out of the world for Newcastle. I know we were shite anyways, but it can't be underestimated how well Aaron Ramsdale performed against us as well. The health bam. Okay. Okay. But while I was waiting, I've been thinking a lot. I want to become the true emperor. There's so much more I need to learn. I'm going to be there for my excitement. Yep. Okay. So who do we get rid of to add black? Yep. Goodbye, Legion. How do we get rid of you again? Nope. Nope. How do we... Yeah, good. Goodbye, Legion. Hello, Black. Now, how strong is this version of Black? So Black is... 44. Black, you monster. While in the active party, increased damage when striking Dark Weakness for all allies. Then he has Ice Draco Strike, which is a medium strength ice attack to one foe. And Black Draco Strike. Interessante. The Endure is really what you want off of Black. Endure is a bonkersly useful skill. And then later on, we'll probably create an actually decent Black. Because that Black is actually a bit shit. But... oh my god, no way. Who scored it? Who scored it? Go away, man. Like you're getting scarily close to a timeout. You're getting scarily close to a timeout. If it wasn't for the fact that I take humor and that type of crap, you'd be getting a timeout, my friend. Now, with that being said, I shan't give out to any of the other moderators if they do the good Lord's work. That's all I shall say to them. I might have accidentally started a war between my moderators. How did you hit me? Yeah, but the oldest trick in the entirety of the internet, the Ligma. There's nothing quite like a Ligma, is there? I've done fucking nothing. Okay, interesting. You sound better than the normal tit anyway that we bring around with us, Hung Po, so I don't mind you shouting. Possible. I'll wait until it actually comes in now, considering you're attempting to bait me. I will say, Brendan Brendan Johnson, I know people were pulling the piss out of him, but Brendan Johnson, I don't think he's done bad in the performances that he's had so far for Palace since he's joined them. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Like, I know he hasn't scored any goals and he doesn't have any assists, but I genuinely don't think he's been bad for them since he's joined them. How much fucking money do you want? And that was not worth the money that I spent on that. That was genuinely not worth the money we spent on that. Okay, fine. Yeah, now I don't know whether to believe you or not when it comes down to stuff. Now I think you're just pulling the piss. You might be becoming the wolf that the sheep that cried wolf too many times, Senior Up. I'm pulling the piss, by the way. I understand that you're not. I mean, you're making the assumption that you ever had it to begin with. As I said, I think of all of you equally shite. I think of all of you with an equal level of disdain, you know?
This'll do.
What green sword? What green sword? I don't see no green sword. And on that day, Icarus flew too close to the sun.
Take this!
You gonna run? Yeah. Yep. Not my fault that Icarus flew too close to the sun, Senior Up.
Here.
Ooh, ice. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. And we're at 40, so we might actually be able to get some new minions to put in to the side. Some good fusions next time we check. Now, with that being said, I wonder how strong you are. I'm not going to test it to find out, but I wonder how strong that Chimera is. Yeah, but Poro has always been a petulant little twit. Like, genuinely speaking, there are some players in that Spurs team that are genuinely good players, but should never play Premier League football again. Unfortunately, Pedro Poirot is one of them. Genuinely, he should never play a game in the Premier League again. Like, he's a good player, but, like, he's an absolute tit. You know? And it's sad to say it. It's sad to even think it, that could be the case, that there are Premier League players that are that much of a bunch of assholes. But it's true. There just are some. Ooh, okay. How strong are you? Do we even take the risk of trying? I don't think so. If I'm honest, I don't think so. I would enjoy nothing more than Adam Wharton being a United player next season, but I genuinely don't see it happening. He's level 50, by the way. He's level 50, by the way. Yeah, we run.
This'll do.
Wasn't sure how strong he'd be. 50 is just a little too strong. Get out of the fucking way of him. Also, Go to party, and you're dead, so Quincelotl for now. I mean, if anyone, I'd say there's more of a chance of us getting Elliot Anderson than there is a chance of us getting Adam Wharton. I genuinely think that Liverpool will try and get Anthony Gordon off of Newcastle, and will attempt to get Adam Wharton. Personally, that's what I personally think is going to end up happening. But anything can end up happening, so it's hard to bloody know. I think there's a chance we go out of the Premier League and get our midfielder somewhere else. Not that we should, but I think that we will, because I think we're going to try and go cheap. Which is daft, mind you, but... Okay, good. More glory for us here. 80 glory, so we're almost at the point where we can take the physical damage increase, which is what we want, and then we take Almighty afterwards. And we have an Apsis up there. Okay. We can't get to the Apsis going that way, but we can climb up here. Interesting. And I think this is... where do you think this Becky and Jessica Carr stuff is going? Well, honestly, probably nowhere, but Jessica Carr has been training down in Evolve to become a wrestler. So maybe she's finally becoming a wrestler, and that's the shtick. She'll just show up. Oh, okay. What scene are we getting with this tit?
Another from the Japan branch.
Oh.
It was my understanding that you were commanded to... I see. You haven't come to seek glory or
Nope, not a bit.
praise, but considering the circumstances, you shall participate in our operation, but you will follow all orders. Now to the mission. The forces of Bethel are in the midst of a siege.
Don't know about
against
that,
the demons
Abdiel.
of Chaos's headquarters. Your orders. are
Who
to
knows
assist
their
the other division
Catholic
leaders in hunting
Catholic history? What is Abdiel when it comes down to angels? Is Abdiel another name for Gabriel?
You, Ichiro Dazai, correct?
Yes, ma'am?
You are considerably less provisioned than me. I shall lend you my aid.
Whoa!
Well, Abdiel is an angel, and the main angels in this story are following Catholicism. So there's an angel called Abdiel in the annals of Catholicism. I just don't know where that angel is. I think Abdiel is separate from the four archangels, but I also think that some of the archangels have new names on them. So Abdiel could be Gabriel.
Huh.
Let me check it up, actually. Let's do a bit of research, as they say. So. Give us a second. Abdiel. No, not Abel. Yes, Abdiel. Hebrew. Also, it's a Hebrew god. Biblical name, which has been used for a number of notable people. The name means Obadiah, is connected with Abdullah, single time in the Bible. The son of Abdiel is Guni, chief of the house of the fathers. Is the seraph Abdiel. So it's just the head of the seraphim, okay? Denounces Satan, incites a revolt of the angels, and abandons Lucifer, brings the news of defection to God. However, when he arrives, he finds preparations already underway, ensures Abdiel smites Satan, Ariel, Ramiel, and so many others. Okay, fair enough. So he's basically just he's basically what Metatron is for the most part in this franchise, like an actual Hebrew Catholic lineage. He's basically what Metatron is. No, that's Gabriel. I said Gabriel. They're two different names. It's the same thing as Jesus is not Jesus.
Me and these angels are gonna do what we can to take down that Demon King. Be careful out there, okay?
Although to be fair, Jesus isn't Jesus either. So, you know, that's me being a blasphemer, saying his name is Jesus and not Jesus. But lad, I understand that too, but like, has there been any good games this bloody week? I mean, other than potentially our game, funnily enough, against Newcastle, and we were shite too. I don't think there's been a single good game this week. Like, Arsenal winning a game, again, it doesn't matter how you win so long as you win, but Arsenal winning a game with one shot on target is a goddamn joke. Yeah, I mean, I can understand the want and desire for that to happen, but I genuinely don't think that would make a difference against Spurs. The only difference that would end up making is putting Palace outside of any relegation positions, and this pretty much does make Palace safe. Like, Palace are now on 38 points. It would have to be one hell of a capitulation for them not to be safe. Genuinely, it would be a revolutionary capitulation for them not to at least be safe from relegation now at this point. It still wouldn't shock me at all for it to happen, by the way.
Hey. Well then.
Cool. Up here we go. And what is down here? Ooh, interesting. So there's an abscess here as well. Is that the same abscess we've seen before? Well, this is where the plot is. So, sorry, plot. We'll come back to you later. I know there's stuff, cross-platform with the plot. But that is plot. So as we all know here at CraicAttackCentral, we avoid the plot like the plague. So we shall leave that for a bit. The plot is evil. The plot is reverse. We despise the plot. We ignore the plot as much as possible. I make for a really good streamer, don't I? Considering I waste a crap ton of time actively trying to avoid the plot. when I think about what I do, I must be one of the best streamers out there, just for my nonsensical horse manure. It also helps that I have an incredible grasp over the English language and never stutter like I have Tourette's. But hey, we'll deal and we shall continue. And we'll get the abscess that was down here first. Actually, who do I have up as our squad? Yeah, is he back alive? No. How do I heal? Okay, good. And you are back alive. Swap Frost with Quincelotl, because Jack Frost having an ability that drops down defense is just kinda nutty. It kinda makes Frost a little bit busted. I know King is stronger than Jack, but like a single target defensive drop is a bit bonkers. Okay. Two. Oh, there's no way a Vile is weak to Dark. But I suppose there's only one way you find out. Yeah, that's what I figured. I figured that was going to be the case. He's a player that I'll be shocked if someone doesn't come in and take. Pepe Sarr is an unbelievable player. Like, that's the really sad thing when it comes down to Tottenham as well. They have some genuine bloody stars in and around their squad. Like, Pepe Sarr is a phenomenal player. Someone should definitely come in and try and get him. Destiny Ududi, I think is a genuinely brilliant left back. I'd be happy if we were able to get him. They got Conor Gallagher for an okay price. I think they overpaid on Javi Simmons, but Javi Simmons is a good player. Kulusevski is fine. Bazuma would have been good, but he's 29 now. I have always been, and probably always will be, a fan of Archie Gray and Lewis Bergvall. And Mohamed Kudus and Mais Tell, to me, are just have the potential to be exceptional. So, you know, it's interesting when it comes down to Spurs. And I wonder if they'd be forced to sell if they went down into the Championship. There's an awful lot of those players probably wouldn't have Championship clauses in their contract. You'd have to assume they don't. Excuse me, my apologies. But hey, let's continue on for now and try and get rid of this Vile first before anything else. I mean, Harry Winks is on 95k a week, apparently, for Leicester in the Championship. Spurs players will obviously be on more than that. Some of them will, but the thing is, obviously they get paid less for not being in the Champions League, so maybe that's the translation that ends up coming true. It's hard to know. I just got a Tycoon takeover in Tier 7 of the English Ladies League. Happy out! So what will that Tycoon takeover mean for you, Senior Duck? Like, how much money does it look like they're going to enter into the actual club? It's like, I've obviously not done much down to divisions, so I don't know what ends up happening there. Like, can you get proper money out of people when you're down that low? Happy out, Senior Duck. Aye. And I'm guessing Leyton Orient actually have a women's team IRL, do they? He just turned us pro, so I presume so. Happy out. Wait, is there a league threshold at which a club has to be turned pro? Like, how high up the pyramid can you get without being turned pro? Probably the Championship, I'd assume. Well, I've never seen it, so that's why I'm asking. It's just a bit of a curious question. That should be something you try doing in the future, Senior Duck, doing a save with a club, bringing them from a bottom down to division team up as high as you can without going pro. I made a mistake. Thankfully, I wasn't brutalized.
Let's go.
That was a bad mistake. was a very, very bad mistake. Okay, and we win. Thankfully, we haven't had any proper challenges so far on this particular stream. Although I also wasn't expected to one-shot him using the Omani critical there. And another abscess is gone. Ooh. Discourse, Fire Mastery, Electric Mastery, Mutant Element. Mutative Element. Interesting. Going to do 14 matches or the Gauntlet for Showcase? I'm going to do all of the Showcase, yeah. So whenever I end up getting the game, I'm doing the Showcase, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Katie, my friend, what's a crack-a-lackin'? It's a pleasure to have you in. You booing me? You booing me? Well.
Off! It's a direction you can fuck!
No, but seriously, it's a pleasure to have you in. I will say, it was hilarious the last day when we had done the raid out and you had commented in the Raiders chat. When you were on commented in the Raiders chat and didn't comment in mine, I actually genuinely adored that. That was hilarious and awesome to end up seeing. I love that you were willing to have that bit of fun with me and with them when we ended up doing it. By the way, obviously, when I raid out, there is no obligation or compulsion for anyone to post anything in a raid message when we end up going out. But I appreciate it more than you will ever know if you do so. If you send me, or send off something like that, genuinely, I appreciate it more than you know. I have the height of respect for anyone that ends up putting in a message into one of those raid messages or anything like that. But obviously, like, piss off if you want to piss off as soon as I finish up. I respect it, and that's fair enough to all of you. Craic, is it true that you eat sandwiches from the middle? Up. Do you dare? Do you dare ask such blasphemy of the Craic? I don't know how to feel about this. I don't know how to feel about this. I need the help. I need the help of the people. Yeah, I need to figure out how to spell that. 1 second. We shall figure this out. Okay. That's up for you there, guys. I need to know. Once the results come into place, we will end up deciding what ends up happening. But genuinely, I don't know how to feel about that. That hit me in a core spot now. I don't want to do anything in anger. I don't want to do anything in a place of neglect or ignorance. So okay. So we'll see how things end up going for now. For then, we can go up that way. And then there's our jumping points to get back over there. And we have more honor up there. So in terms of the map, there is more points to end up going to. Well, fair enough. Penguin Emperor of Waddle. That is a name and a half. What's a crack-a-lackin'? I have to say, I love some of your names, Senior Duck. They're unbelievable, some of the names you end up getting, but you weren't quick enough to sign in to the secondary account and save Senior up. But now that you're here with Penguin Emperor of the Waddle, you're as well end up giving us a follow. Might as well artificially boost those numbers. Because why not artificially boost up those numbers?
Welcome to the...
Oh, God. Anyways, so let's look at these abilities. You make funnily enough, this was my account I never renamed. You make a good argument. Oh. I always make the best arguments. And we need another 50 glory before we can end up doing what we need to, and then we'll end up doing our fusion summons after we find that 50. I think this is the only alt I never renamed after creating. Hey, well then make sure you keep it that way, my friend. It's always nice to have one. A reminder of what used to be. A reminder of former greatness and former desires. Okay, so interesting. I'm confused on how to get onto some of these buildings. So up here, and then in theory we can go down there. Does that actually give us any access points? No, because we've already gone around this bit, and that brings us up there, which was what brought us to the abscess to begin with. We can come back around this way. There's nowhere up there. And then we can come over here. I wonder if you can convert these. You probably convert these later on, but for now, it says there's a jump way there. I just don't know how to get to it. Oh God, I accidentally ran into a Sharon. Okay, we might have to run. 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 Yeah, I am not taking that risk. We probably could have done that fight, but it wasn't worth it in the grand scheme of things in case it went wrong. We can come up here, cross there. Okay, so there is that up there if we can go around to it. So we're here. Your regular mod is here. Lead mod is here. Well, to be fair, both of them are. Now that Katie's here as well. Katie's been sleeping on the job for a bit. She hasn't been doing her lead moderator materials for quite some time. I expected more from her. So I think, based on this, I think that you have to come back around and up this way. So I think you come up here, back around and down to get up there. So I think it's worth, I think unfortunately, as sad as this is, I think we actually have to, and I know it's sickening to think about this, but for the second time this stream, we have to, yeah, I know, guys, it's bad for me too, but for the second time this stream, we have to go towards the plot. So we have to go towards the plot. So let's continue on. Let's get to the plot and see how things go once we get further into the plot. Very regular when you have missed a bot and timeout. Hey, this is, as I said before, it's all a bit of crack. I don't expect anything off of anyone when we end up coming down here, guys. It's all fun. Genuinely all fun. I'm just glad people end up showing up. I want to give people a moderator out of the crack, and I mainly give it to them so that they can end up sending bloody messages more than anything else. And if you can help when you can, and you can't, and the other times that sound as a bell. So, you know, it's all a bit of crack. Now, with that being said, you have the ability to do that, which means we have attack down on all of them. You can do the jack on them. And you don't have an ounce of fucking of physical abilities against you, so we're going to change you for... King. Yeah, I'm going to change you for King. I know ice doesn't do that much damage, and... that in and of itself is its own thing, but it should be grand. When did I say I do the job description all the time? My point of being regular is not factually wrong. Well, I mean, you are, insanely enough, a person on a 51 stream streak. So, you know, the joys of that, Senior bonkers. Senior insane. Senior needs to get a life. Because genuinely, you might be hitting the point where we need to talk about getting you a new life. Really? That done damage to King? Why did that do damage to King? Does King not absorb? Yeah, King absorbs ice. King can take damage from his own ice? I think that's a bug.
Let's go.
I think that's a bug. Why would King not reflect or absorb the ice? Interesting. I mean, that might be optimistic, Senior Duck, to say that you still have life in the bones. I mean, you just have, you know, vigor in the shaft more than life in the bones. My mind might be a wee bit too much in the gutter nowadays. I think I genuinely might have a problem. Oh, Pravati is gone. Eee. Okay, we're playing a bit loose and goose now. playing a bit too loose. We don't really have a choice but to heal Frost. And hope no one does too much damage. Oh, fuck. Do 2 guards. Tsukakaja, Makurunda. So those guys used their Magasuchi and didn't end up attacking, which is funny. I have met the severe and continuous lapse in my judgment that I do not expect to be forgiven for, Craic. Well, as I have stated on multiple occasions, Senior Up, I am an equal opportunity asshole. So long as you don't do it again, I will continue to be an equal opportunity asshole, which means you have nothing to worry about.
Your turn. Go.
Goodbye, Senior Up. Goodbye, Senior Up. You shall be missed. You shall be missed. Oh, shite. Frost ended up dying. Okay, now we actually need to do some healing. Recarm on Parvati, because you're actually our proper healer. If Quincelotl survives this, we'll bring Parvati on next turn. Well, if some butts and candy and nuts, it would all end world hunger. Game! Fucking hate him! We do genuinely actually need to be a little bit worried here because we're hitting that threshold point of where the damage being put on us is a bit too much, but one of them is dead, so that's good. So now we're down to 2 of these guys. We should be fine. Should. Who do I revive? Frost for the ice, the medium ice. Okay, so what to do here? I think you bring Jack on.
Your turn. Go.
You pass with Frost in case he misses. You heal with Parvati as a way to ensure that Jack stays alive. You ice with Jack on you in order to lower down your defense. Then we strike with Nahobino, who attacks Parvati, and Parvati and Jack are dead again! Whatever. Just between the two of us, let's kill one of these two. Oh my god, I'm getting absolutely raked across the coals by these fools. It's actually kind of funny how bad I'm getting raked. I think he still might be timed out, Senior, my friend Katie, because he decided to do the statement again. so he decided to be petulant. And the third abscess today. Oh no, I wasn't sure if you had noticed it. I thought you might have went away for a bit, so it's understandable completely. I'm just aware of how troll worthy and how troll wonderful you can be, my friend. So that's the reason why I was trying to advance your statement so that you knew exactly how things stood. And to be honest, it's one of the things I genuinely find scary about you, Katie, that you are such a troll. And it's not even that you are such a troll, it's that you're genuinely such a good troll. Like you're a scarily proficient troll. Like, you're the type of troll that makes me want to learn how to become a better troll. Like, you're that good of a troll. Ooh, okay. Some sort of device. Oh, game! Although, with that being said, actually, Katie, if you want to, actually, you can untime him out. I'm just too lazy. It has shipped, but it has said that the ship time could be over. It has said that the ship time could be over 2 weeks. So as soon as it arrives and you end up coming into the chat, I will let you know and showcase it to you. Up. If you want to untime out up, you can do. Up to you, completely up to you. I'm just too lazy to bother. He's probably not here anyway. He's probably gone after getting hit for the second time. If it was me, I probably would do. Let me check. How do I do it? On time out at up. Okay, there we go. Katie's such a troll, one could say she eats billy goats underneath the bridge. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful. That's actually beautiful. Oh. We need to just do a stream where we just end up doing really bad chat-up lines and really, really cringe-inducing lines like that. Oh, Cert! Basically Hephaestus from Greek lore, Cert. Well, not Hephaestus, Cert is basically, Surtur. Cert is Surtur from Norse mythology. He has one of the strongest fire moves in the entirety of the game, too. He's normally always upper 80s in terms of his power potential. So, you know, avoid like the fucking plague, basically. Cool. So we've increased the strength of Jack. And the other Jack, we have powered up as well. Whose magic increased. Okay, well, we saved that immediately because that's brilliant for Jack.
Well, look, nice work.
Cool. Genma Talisman. Extra allies of the Gemma race now can use the Magasuchi luck. Increases... Oh, fair enough. It's not actually that useful. It's genuinely not that useful. Okay. Come back out. And now we can go into the world of Shadow and see what we can fuse.
Welcome to the...
If it sours mid-negotiation, it'll forgive you. Fair enough. Don't really care about that. Down here, Divine Proficiency would be useful, but it's better to save up for the physical enhancement than that. The Garrison would be incredibly useful, but this one is still probably better, the Physical Mastery. And then the Almighty Mastery later on, too. But for now, that's what we're looking for. Okay, and then in our fusion summons, we have a special fusion. We can get Alice. Okay, so 25 and 38. So we need to summon both of them. Alice is one of my favorite demons. I have no clue how good Alice is in this game. No bother. Enjoy your beauty sleep, Katie. Just for yourself, so you are aware. I will be live tomorrow again as well. As things stand, it will be me doing Helldivers 2. There will be place for people if they have that game to join me. One of the people in Club 98 is playing that game and is willing to join me, so I might have someone to actually help me to end up getting into it, because I don't want, it's one of those games where I didn't really want to get into without playing with someone else. So yeah, but feel free to come around, and if you want to watch that, you can do. It might be a longer stream than what has been the last couple of days, but please feel free to come around if you want to, my friend. Sanias, my friend, what's a CraicAttackCentral? I pronounce that horribly. Cyronus. Is it Cyronus? Is that how you pronounce it? But yes, I'll be doing that tomorrow anyway, Helldivers. So yeah. Yep. LOL. Cyronius. I was close. I saw you comment on the streamer bot plugin for the Stream Dock software. Yeah. I have it here. It actually works fairly well, to be honest. So like I have nice little elements put in. So yes, I got it to work. It's connected up properly now as well, so I can do lovely stuff like this.
Shut up. Don't you forget, you ain't one yet.
So it's connecting up all of the stuff to end up coming down. So like I can remind people that I am stupid sexy Craic. I can remind people to kiss my arse whenever they need to, and I can play those little pop-ups when it ends up coming down to. I can probably add more stuff to this as time goes on, but like there are certain elements that are working. Like I can change the voice modulator and all that type of stuff. It's been very, very useful for Discord connectivities as well. All of it has worked up, so it has thankfully worked on since then. Are you trying to set that up as well, my friend, or have you gotten it working? My buddy Maple Glades picked up the device. It's a fantastic device. It makes things way easier in the whole lot when it ends come down, but he wasn't able to find the plugin section. Yeah, so yes, and the help you ended up that I ended up getting in order to get the plugins and the whole lot was epic and beautiful. And thankfully, all of the ones that I wanted to end up coming through have been working for me since, so I haven't had any issues. So yeah, no, thankfully it's all been working out for me since. What type of stuff have you added to yours, if you don't mind me asking, when you've been doing it? Was it Thunderbird or was it Miyushira that we needed? Miyushira. I have an Elgato Stream Deck, the 15 and 6 buttons. Not too bad, not too bad. Mine, admittedly, is just a mirror box. It's a cheap version. It's not even the Elgato version. But it runs off of the same material, so that's beautiful that it does that. But yeah, no, awesome. Awesome that it's working for you, my friend. The Elgato is beautiful as well, because obviously there's Elgato capture card data in the whole lot. Yeah. Oh, they're fantastic. Genuinely, I'm so happy that I have the thing working in the whole lot. Oh, happy out. What type of stuff does he do in his stream? What type of stuff do you do in your stream? It would be nice to fuse someone with concentrate. Do you have concentrate? No. Do you have concentrate? You do. Yeah, unfortunately, as much as the Mirage shot is useful, it's probably time to give up on you. Do photography-related streams. God, I would love to get into photography. All I have for photography is a Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. And I know they're a good phone that allows you to do so, but I just haven't had the funding to buy a proper camera to do, you know, photography or anything like that. And I'd love to do more IRL stuff in the future if it ended up working out. I set him up with his IRL setup. Not too bad. I know you can get IRL setups cheaper now than you used to be, but I know they're still fairly expensive. I know the average good IRL setup is something like 5k in euros. But maybe you'll correct me on that one and I'm dead wrong. I'm an admin in one of the local photo walking groups in my city, and I do photo walks on stream. Nice that you're able to do that, my friend. What is Madame Morsel? That's basically Daisojo's move. Is that better than Daisojo's move? I think that's better than what Daisojo had. I do this thing where when I take a photo, it pops up live on stream and you see all my settings for the shot. That, honestly, is epic. I'll have to give you a follow back and hopefully catch one of your streams, because that honestly sounds epic. And, yeah, I'd love to see something like that. That genuinely sounds unbelievable. Light block, no. Go on, we'll give him Hello Smash. I've got a clip showing it off if you're curious. Yeah, I will remove this from you after the fact. Just because, no offense to you, but you're not here long enough to end up doing it, to end up showcasing it off properly. And I have it set that only VIPs and above can send links. But if you want to send that link to it, you can send it on the chat, or you can post it in my Discord itself, whatever you feel yourself. But I will be removing the VIP off of you later on, just until you come in here a wee bit more, if you don't mind. Fair enough, my friend. Ooh, that's a gorgeous spot. Glimmerglass 1.0. Okay. Oh. Oh, that's fascinating. Oh my god, I want. Oh my god, I need to come and see one of your streams in the future. That is bloody beautiful. That is beautiful. Oh, I can't believe that. Honestly, that has put a smile on my face like you wouldn't believe. Is a diffusion filter I have on the front of my lens makes the light all little glowy. I mean, yeah, I must say for that area itself, I genuinely think just the lights of the tree itself probably would have been enough. But that is an awesome picture in the whole lot. But like, unbelievable. I love that. I absolutely love that. So you were saying I was wrong on my cost projectiles of what a good IRL stream would end up being. So what's the cost profile for a good IRL stream? What am I doing wrong here? Do that. Is there a reason why you're not letting me fuse? Okay, weird. With as little as maybe 600, nice. But you could do it for even cheaper with just a cell phone on a backup connection. Huh. I might be talking to you in the future, so not too bad. What camera? Actually, here's a question for you. If you were to start to go into photography now, what camera would you recommend someone going for? Because a friend of mine recommended going onto a site called MPB and purchasing a used camera off of that site, because the used camera market is affordable in comparison to the actual, brand new cameras at the moment. Yeah. I'm Ireland, so thankfully it goes in and around the same sections for it. But obviously the cameras, if you're not careful, you'll end up spending £1,000 in a piece of shite and you won't even know it. And that's my unfortunate problem, where I know nothing about hardware. No, unfortunately I don't. Nothing. I'm not bad at taking photos. That's the funny thing about it. That's kind of why I want to try and get into it if I can do. I'm not actually bad at taking photos. It's just I have no experience with them. Having a good eye is part of the battle, yes. Yeah. And having the ability to make yourself look like a clown to get a good photo is a good bit of the battle as well. Like, that helps quite a substantial amount as well, to actually have the ability to bother to go into, tighter extremes in order to get the photo as well helps. Like, the amount of times I've had to, like, bend down or crouch down or do something like that to help someone get a good photo, I can count them on both hands. Popping in the Discord if you want to scratch. Popping in the Discord if you want to scratch my brain. Thank you so much. Please do. Because there will be more stuff in there, and I will end up having a conversation with you in the future about it. But yeah, just if you could recommend an okay camera, I would appreciate it beyond belief. And yeah, I'll set up a time to go through that spreadsheet, because that sounds awesome. Obviously, I'm not big enough to maybe put in that type of investment into IRL streaming, but at the end of the day, I might go through it with you. Yeah. I'll think about it. Is that 2K for a camera and the whole lot as well, or is that just the kind of setup you end up having down? Is that a camera that you kind of recommend, or how do you look upon that? That includes some fancy mics and a very expensive backpack. That's not exactly for the IRL setup. I mean, yeah. But hey, it's not a bad thing to have that shite either, I suppose. Better looking at it than looking for it. Who do we sacrifice? Yeah, sorry, Matador, your ass is being sent to the Shadow Realm. Yeah, sorry, Matador, your ass is getting sent to the Shadow Realm.
Is this demon to your
Some people just stream straight from their cell phone and that's good enough. I mean, yes. Like, one of the things I was tempted about doing as a stream, and it would be an early morning stream and an Ireland stream, would be a gym stream. So that's one of the reasons why I genuinely be intrigued to talk about it, Serranus. Because, like, and obviously a phone would probably be good enough for that. I have a tripod and the whole lot that you're able to set up your phone for that. But at the same point in time, I genuinely might end up having a conversation with you because that's actually very, very intriguing. Linking that spreadsheet I got while I'm VP. Yeah, no bother. Interesting. Condor Blue. Backpack and hardware. Ah, okay. So these are shoulder mount accessories, backpack and hardware. Interesting. And it's a Sony action camera. Interesting. Huh. I won't lie. I'm intrigued. I won't lie, I'm intrigued. I mean, other than the camera, the rest of that stuff is pretty useful and the whole lot, but yeah. But if you're just getting started with photography, if you're on a budget, go with a DSL. They're far cheaper. I mean, fair enough. I still have a battery-powered 5MP digital camera from when I was like 12. Well, I mean, as I was saying too, the other thing is, like, obviously, I know it wouldn't be as good as an actual high-definition camera, but the cameras on these are, like, bonkersly strong, you know? So, like, that's the one good thing when it comes down to it as well. Like, once you get used to more sections in the whole lot, you can use your just regular phone to get used of taking more camera stuff and the whole lot. Thank you so much for that, by the way, Doc. Or maybe you, as a camera aficionado yourself, highly disagree with the statement I just said and think that I'm a fool for even considering that that would be a good start. Cell phone cameras are incredibly capable. But yeah, that's what I was thinking. Good, so the forces there, cursed siphon we won't want to be using. There are apps to take raw photos. Do you have any recommendation on those apps? Because, like, ironically, and I know this might sound like an absolute joke, but I find the absolute best photos I've ever taken have been using the Snapchat app. And whatever it does to the photos actually makes an unbelievable sound since it's expert raw app. Is their thing okay? Oh, Jesus, that voice. Oh my God, it picked a howler. W/E, it's called beautiful because it's some stuff there called the recall that came up for me. So let me search it up. Weird. Experts. Weird. Expert. Oh, it wasn't appearing for me. Weird. Yeah, that's not that. Yeah, no, it wasn't appearing for me. I mean, prequel video and photo editors, what's appearing for me. I'll have to look for it later on, because, like, I have it open now, and it says that Samson should have access to it. Maybe does the S24 Ultra not have access to it? Or maybe it's just their generic camera ends up using it, is it? You downloaded for the Galaxy Store. Okay, maybe I'm on the wrong thing. Store. Okay, here's the Galaxy Store. Because I was looking in the Play Store because I'm a tit. W/E. Nope. Copy. Galaxy Store. There. Yes, Expert Raw. Beautiful. Got it. Got it. I got it. And not only did I get it, I got it while I get my favorite demon. While we get Alice. Alice from Alice in Wonderland. One of my favorite demons in the entirety of Shin Megami Tensei, Alice of Alice in Wonderland. Genuinely an unbelievable demon. Okay, so we're going to give her Maskunda, we're going to give her Taunt, and we're going to give her Counter. Then later, we're going to find a way to have resist light. No bother, my friend. Yeah, we timed you back in. Sorry for that earlier on. It's just, you know yourself, it can't be asking such a horrible question like, do you eat a sandwich from the middle? You need to know better than that, senior up. Actually, no, we're not going to do that because we want concentrate for the die for me. We want... Yeah, you're not a tank. You're not really a tank. So I suppose we go concentrate Tarunda and Maskunda for now. Because when the user receives a stat debuff, slightly increase the MP of all people. And then die for me here, 2 to 6 medium attack for all them chance to it. I did because I needed to add in other things. However, just for you, Senior Duck, whenever you want me to, I will wear the hat for you. Now, the unfortunate thing is my head is also too big. At some point in time, I need to change to having actual, wireless headbuds so that the hats for you can actually work. But, because, this looks grand, but, it's me, I suppose if you want cringe and you want something to add... By the way, Serranus, you came at the wrong time because if you had come for Halloween, you could scare the crap out of your stream by taking a photo of this. I actually have no idea where the other hat went. There you go, Duck. You're not getting much more hats than that. Don't I look pretty? Don't I look pretty? Oh, funny. Oh, the random crap that you get up to. But yes, thank you so much for going through all of that with me earlier on, Serranus. Genuinely awesome. And I have that app downloaded now, Raw. So I can't wait to give Expert Raw a go. I genuinely did not know about it. So I genuinely look forward to using it. And, you know, figuring out how it goes. Holy shit, the difference. Okay. What, the double hats? I agree. I agree. It doesn't soothe confidence.
Is this demon to your liking?
So where's your next destiny? By the way, I suppose this is only the fair thing to do. Please, based on the conversations, based on the clip they just ended up giving in, it looks as though their streams look to be a good bit of crack. Please give Serranus a follow and a look as well, because genuinely having a discussion and a conversation as freely and creatively like that, they deserve a bit of showcase off and the whole lot. Oh, you're in the Austin, Texas region. Nice. I'll be hitting America myself in about a month's time because I made the financially devastating decision to book Las Vegas for WrestleMania. So boy here is going to Las Vegas for WrestleMania. Wrestling fan, if you couldn't guess.
Nice to meet you. Let's play.
God, Alice is so creepy. She is so fucking creepy. Do you keep the spirit drain so that you can get back her MP? I think you do. And you get rid of the lullaby. Or do you keep lullaby since the Alice in Wonderland kind of shtick, she does have lullaby in it. Because in case you're wondering, this is meant to be Alice from Alice in Wonderland. And by the way, speaking of Alice in Wonderland, if you have never done it, please look up American McGee's Alice. I don't recommend playing it, mind you, but I do recommend looking up American McGee's Alice. And then they released a sequel to that, American McGee's Alice Madness Returns. And that actually isn't a bad game. The story is a bit... But genuinely, if you have any interest in a bit of you know, psychological aspects of the like psychological horror aspects of the Alice in Wonderland story, search that up. I genuinely think it might be what Raid Shadow Legends used to as their kind of iconography for Alice. Yeah, fuck it, let's get rid of that.
Come on.
Okay, so we now got an Alice. We're 2 levels off of the best healer in the game, Idun. the best healer in the game because it raises all of your stats by 1 rank and heals you. You know? So, like, that's kind of bonkers when you think about it. And then we have Black here, who we have in our own team already. So we have Black, so we don't need to do this special fusion. And then that is Logda, so we'll have to get Logda at some point in time. Now, as for the rest, is there anyone else we want to pick? Valkyrie is useful, but Valkyrie is just an attacker, not really where we need to go. We could use a Taunter. Now, with that being the case, you'd want to get the Force defense on Raga if you wanted to give her Taunt. Fire as well would be useful. The Kamu Tengu is probably... he's not. Narcissus. Zush Tenken. Yeah, Lama, Zush Tengen. The Nagaraya, yeah, can get us the Storm Strike for lightning, which is probably useful for us simply because Lilim isn't growing anymore, and it's probably time to, you know, fuse out Lilim. We could do with a Taunter. It's probably Ose, isn't it? Yeah, we probably wait and we get Ose. Or we could wait and we get Belagor. No. No. What do you do? Valkyrie could be an option either. Hellsman, greatly raises accuracy for the ally that acts after the user and lowers the chance of missing if they're affected with Mirage. I don't get that at all. Although you do get Resist Elec. Scheiße. I mean, you get Taunt base-wise, but you're not worth it. I mean, it is you, isn't it? While in the active party, increased damage when striking Thunder weaknesses. You have a high vitality. Jinzo. Does he look like Jinzo? Maybe. Which Jinzo are you thinking of, Senior Duck? Screw it. We're grand with what we have for the moment. We can make more fusions later on. I think we're grand with what we have for the moment. Although, actually, I say that, there's one more thing we need to check.
Well...
Ooh, okay. Heavy Almighty Attack hits all foes. Then you have Escape Battles, heals and cures ailments for one ally, and counter. Counter is definitely something that we should consider. 5. Shin Megami Tensei So, Wrathful Tenants, we haven't gotten that yet. High tier that. player? No. Sorry, give us a second. I just want to see. Critical wave charge, beast eye, bloody green, and cover weaknesses. Okay, so only a point to drop. Yes, I know. We were paying attention to it, Benny. I was kind of surprised at how. I was kind of surprised with how. I don't want to be mean to them, but like how the game just died for everyone. You know. Like, I expected a bit more out of Crystal Palace, considering they had their foot on the neck of Spurs. But hey, that win matters beyond belief. And you'd have to think if Tottenham were a real club, as mean as it is, Tudor doesn't make it out of that stadium. I know it's really mean, but he doesn't make it out of that stadium. He just doesn't. You have to swap Tudor. You have to. I genuinely don't think you have a choice. I think you have to swap out Tudor. I think you have to get someone else in. And I know that's replacing a intern with an intern, but I think you have to do it. But yeah, no, I'm definitely looking forward to Vegas. Synchronous. Definitely. It should be a bit of crack. So we'll see how it ends up going. It's not on Shooter. Players don't want to give in the effort. I mean, I know that. But it doesn't help when you have a manager that immediately comes in and pisses off the players. Like, unfortunately, you have to have a bit of tact when it comes down to dealing with absolute pieces of shite like what Liverpool have. It's not fair. Or not Liverpool, like Spurs have. Like, genuinely, Romero should never hit a pitch again. And Van de Ven, what do you do? What do you call a teacher who's afraid of a fart in public? I haven't a clue. Never been to a live wrestling event. Hope it slaps. I have been to multiple of them. They are an awesome experience to go to. At the moment, WWE, which is the main company, they're running a bit of a downward spiral because the ticket prices are a wee bit too high, and they're being a bit morally bankrupt on their creative. But the atmosphere that's at those events is next level, especially where we are over here in Europe. Like, there's going to be an event in May in Italy. It's the first pay-per-view that's in Italy in many, like, it's the first ever WWE event in Italy. It's going to be crackers how the atmosphere is going to be at that event. I'm going to be trying my absolute best to get to that event in Italy. Genuinely, if you can get to a wrestling event, it doesn't have to be one of the big pay-per-views, just a wrestling event, I recommend it beyond the world. I am talking from a biased point of view. I love wrestling with a passion, but genuinely speaking, I think anyone would enjoy it. I will not lie, I'm talking from a biased point of view, but I genuinely think anyone would enjoy it. It's the same thing as I'd recommend anyone go to a football event. Or even though I hate the sport, anyone go to do a baseball event. Yeah, baseball. Yuck. Yuck. I mean, fair enough. That's actually not a bad joke, Benny. A private tutor. The absolute fuck. And I didn't save. I went through the effort of doing those fusions and they didn't save. Oh, the joys. Oh, I went to the actual effort of doing those goddamn fusions.
Are you ready?
That's bonkers. Fine, let's make Alice again. How did we do this though? Shut up, you! Okay, screw it. How do you not have concentrate? My god, man. I know we used Alvertus. So I think we done this. Because we had concentrate there, and we want concentrate. Maybe. I still think this was right.
Is this demon to your
Cool. Okay, let's make these guys again. At least we know the guys we're summoning straight away, so that helps a tiny bit. I'm actually half tempted to re-summon Morsu after this, make an actual proper Morsu, considering Morsu's ability seems to be a better version of Daisoju's. 25 Poltergeist. And it was you that we swapped, so we took these.
Is this demon to your
Cool. And we're not summoning anything else for the moment either. Dream Needle, no. Electric Block, no. But Resist Force, yes. And if we can summon you into the Resist Force, that helps. We can actually do that summon then if we do that. Now, with our Alice, we go... And what did we put on our Alice? We went Concentrate, Terracon, and we went with that. But we can go and do this either. But we're immediately giving it the Dark Foroma to increase her dark damage. So it doesn't really matter. Because we're getting rid of it anyway.
Nice to meet you. Let's play.
Okay, so as much as I would like the debuff, we have debuffs on a load of people. We can just have her as a damage dealer for the moment. So let's go and get rid of that. And there we have our Alice set up. Because I really do like Alice. I really hope Alice is still good in this game. I really hope she doesn't turn out to be crap. And we were thinking, I was thinking that we could do Naga, and then we could do the Resist if we were able to. No, unfortunately. That's unfortunate, because I don't think any of these have, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have a competent way of getting the... We don't have a competent way of getting the force onto him easily. What? Okay, so you can fuse one of these. So if we wanted to fuse him with... We can't. Okay, fair enough. Do we have anyone else with the force block? What? Are you shitting me, game? You can't be. You can't be. I was gonna say, game. It did, at least it did save it. Okay, that's something. Holy crap, that scared me for a second. I thought it didn't save it. Although, let's check actually. No. Essence fusion and skills. And let's look. So, we can give Endure. We can use Black Frost and give Endure to someone. Can we give Endure to me? Can we give Endure to me? Ooh, that might be tempting. That might be tempting if we can give Endure to me. Okay, power, taunt, counter. Well, we're going to be using you in a minute. Store. Resist dark here for the llama. Okay, so we have an option for that. Resist force on the Quincelotl if we had the bottom one. Of course. Resist ice there from the troll. Resist fire from the pickaxe. So we have a chance of getting both if we can find a way of getting the force. Oh. From the hair of Inaba, we can get the force and the fire on one guy. Ooh, that changes the equation a bit. Do we want the taunt? Do we want the taunt? Do we want the taunt? How are you finding it, by the way? I haven't been watching it, Senior Duck. How has Fire Force been? How has the current season been of it? So we can go with Naga. We can cover Naga's two weaknesses. Vitality is Naga's strongest suit. In theory, no, what the fuck am I on about? We don't do taunt unless they have physical reflect. Physical debuffs. We've made that mistake before. We do too much damage. So we do it on Belagor or someone that has the actual full-on block. So, which we don't really have anyone. So the next one we do it is Belphegor. So when we get Belphegor, when we get the toilet monster ready, that's who we go for.
Return.
Are you watching anything else this season as well, by the way, big man? And I actually will remember to save this time so you don't need to laugh again, Senior Benny. Or Senior Duck. I know we can jump down there. I don't think we do yet. Okay, so come over here. Actually give ourselves a party. Not Black Frost. Yeah, screw it, Black Frost. Even though that means we don't technically have a heal. No. Die Soldier because we don't have a healer. Okay. Okay. Life chains are there. And let's this time go again for the Abscess. So we'll go and we'll beat our fourth Abscess. If we can run by it, which we should be able to. God, those Ortus are fast! And who are we facing on the Abscess this time? Oberon, Titania. Oh no, it's Isis. Oberon, Isis, and Hunamon. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. By the way, we are not meant to fight this yet. We are not strong enough for this, but let's see. I don't think any of these dodge, Derek, so... God, that's so cool. But I will actually be making one change. Okay, we have a charm done, so Isis in theory should hit one of them. I think we target Hundaman. I think you're the most dangerous. I think we pass with Alice, and we do King Bafula to get the defense down on all of them for the next turn. Yeah, there's the Masrunda, so there's our act. Oh, he's the healer. Okay, so I am wrong. Oberon dies. Oberon dies now. Oh, we actually have a weakness there as well. Interesting. Son of a... That's fascinating. We hit Isis, and Isis has a resistance to it. Ooh, that's actually very, very interesting. Ooh. Wind. I think that's as good a sign as any that I leave for tonight. I mean, the minute I seen Oberon, I should have remembered that weakness to wind is a problem there. But we should be able to kill them before that ends up becoming a problem. But I think we'll leave it there for now. My first actual proper game over. Now, again, as things stand, the idea tomorrow is to come on and do Helldivers. If any of ye have Helldivers and wish to join, please do. I will be starting earlier enough in order to do a bit on stream before the person that I was talking to on the club ends up potentially joining me to play it. So please tune in tomorrow if you can do, back to our regular schedule Friday evening. If you have anyone you'd recommend us doing the raid for, please do as well, so I'd happily end up sending us off. Otherwise, I think I'm going to send us to O-chan. O-clan O, because his Dart streams are actually a good bit of crack. It's nice to give something a bit more like that, more showcase. And he's been sound whenever I've gone in and chatted with them. Oh, is Adam up? Oh, if Adam's up, then I'll go to Adam. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, no, we're going to Adam. Going to Adam. Change everything. Adam's literally just after starting. I'll wait with ye here on the just chatting screen until Adam actually goes live, so that we're not just raiding into Adam and there's nothing there for anyone to view. So I'll wait a bit until Adam actually goes live when his screen transitions over to what he's at, so that he's not pressurized to talk or anything like that. Let him get his free wheels in before we end up doing. So we'll have one or two little conversational points here, but it is Adam I'm going to send you over to, because genuinely a sound man, an individual of epic proportions. Anytime he's come in chatting here has been sound, has been going through so much at the moment. And as Traction had the... I kind of hate that he changed the name from Traction, because he had that traction ability. He had the ability to suck you in, and he was like a tractor beam. Like, I know it's Adam FM is a great name as well. It is his own name, and it comes together sweetly, and he's done good work with the re-advertisements and the whole lot. But he was kind of a tractor beam, so, you know, it helped that way as well. I suppose while we're actually waiting on him, we can use a bit of your intelligence if any of us actually have an iota of intelligence. So one of the things I've started doing recently is a Wordle, but a Wordle with a twist while we're waiting on this to finish. So the Wordle with a twist is this. We have this glyph here, and 5 letters make up this glyph. So I need to figure out what the 5-letter word is. It's almost guaranteed to have a K in it, because when you put K here, it ends up showcasing it like that, and K is one of the only letters that has the 2 spikes. So it's almost guaranteed to have a K in it. It's almost guaranteed to have... What has the spike at the end of it? Because it splits out like that. B, it's almost a B. So it looks like a B, looks like a K, looks like an O. No, not O. Could be a D. No, maybe not. That has to be B. Could be an E. You're right. E, D, and T. Well, technically that could be it. But is there any word that makes all of... No, well, that's wrong as well, because we're missing the ending of it. So the D would be wrong. So that would be O and O and... Well, that's wrong anyway. So what letter are we missing? I mean, it could technically be X. No, it can't be X. S? No. Q? No. Y? Nope, can't be Y. O? Nope, already got there. P? No, because we need to find a letter that finishes off the end of it. It could be video. V-I-D-E-O. It's not video. It's definitely not video. It definitely looks like it should be a B. O A. It's not A. B O T. No. No, because the N goes through like that. P. No, because then you don't get the end of it. U. In theory, it could be. Well, no. I think it has to have a K. No, I think it has to have a K, because that's the only thing that ends up fitting up that. No, not a word. I mean, you can just guess something and see if that ends up helping you. So, like, although we know this would be wrong, we can use this to see what words end up coming true. Now, I think the 5-letter K word might end up helping. So I think if we go... what's a fucking 5-letter K word? Nah, it doesn't, let's see if Katie actually is one. It does have Katie. Go on, we'll try it. So K, so B, so we need to figure out what the letters are. We know that K and T are the letters that are in it anyway. So K and T are the letters that are in it. So T, what's a letter that potentially starts with T that has K in it? Because K is the only thing that gave us that angle. So it's definitely K. Oh, no, it isn't T either. It's E. Is it? No. Because it's down there at the bottom as well. The pink. And the pink is the one that we found. What fucking letter is that pink? It has to be T or I. Oh, it's I. So it's I and K are the letters that we found. I mean, if we could just finish out, I still think B needs to be in it. I know this will come up as wrong, but I think we... Actually, yeah. Well, no, because we know K isn't in it now. We know K isn't in it. Oh, no, we do know K is in it. What am I on about? I think we'll... well, no, because we know K is in it, because it's K and I that are the two letters that are in it. K and I are the two letters that we know that are in it. I think I'll try... No, because we know the T isn't in it. Screw, we'll try Craic and see what ends up happening. No. Ah, God, because we know E isn't in it. So we know K isn't in it because it would have come up as a letter. We know that it is I. No, it's I and K that are in it. Why am I at this? Okay, so I and K are in it. I and K. This will prove if I and K is right, even though that... No, okay. Inks... This N isn't right. I mean, that's wrong, but we'll try it. Okay, so it starts with B. It has an I. It has a K. And the other one is an R. So it's brick. No. So what is this? B, I. No. So we know that the I is in it. The I needs to be either last or second. We know that it has an... It has a I... a K, and the other one is an R. God, what is it? I'll do brick, and this will be wrong, but it might tell us where the other things are. I, okay. And then the other one was K. S-K. Oh, it's brisk. Well, there we go. We got brisk. A brisk walk. And with that wonderful showcases of Craic's incredible lack of intelligence, we'll start the raid over because Adam has started. And thank you all so much until tomorrow. Genuinely, it's a pleasure. I might start tomorrow's stream with tomorrow's version of this if you want, if things go on, and I might do that a wee bit more often if people are into it. But until then, thank you all so much for coming in. Remember, I have been Stupid Sexy Craic. Shalon Gafool. And as always, Pog Mahone, my friends. Adios.